Joy of Music School was founded by James Dick.
His commitment made the Joy of Music School possible.
He founded the school in 1998.
What Jim Dick has done for this town cannot be overestimated.
What a debt of gratitude everyone in this organization owes to Mr. Dick. Because without his vision, it just wouldn't have happened.
His leadership, you know, whether through his radio stations, through the Tennessee Theater, through Joy of Music School, and so many other things that he contributed to in this community are immeasurable.
He formed this organization as a part of Boys and Girls Clubs in 1998 called the Joy of Music School, and they were teaching the kids at the club.
Every week I teach at 5 Boys and Girls Clubs. What we try to do there is basically take the general music curriculum that they should be getting in their public school that's age appropriate, and we try to just represent that, or for some of them present it the first time that they see a week. Some of these schools don't even have music programs, and if they do, they might go every other week for 15 or 20 minutes.
The mission of the school is very critical, especially because the school systems are cutting back so much on their arts programs, and there's no money for arts.
The schools are slashing the budgets for music education. Knox County schools since 2000 have cut music education budgets by 40%, and that's adjusted for 2008 dollars. I was fortunate enough to be able to commission a free study from Simmons College in Boston, and they actually determined the uniqueness of the Joy of Music School. We're the only school of our kind in North America on 4 criteria. One is that we're independent of a university or a church or another school. All of our teachers are volunteers, and all the private lessons are volunteer teachers. It's only music lessons. We're not teaching dance or other activities. And the kids pay absolutely nothing. It's free.
Our families qualify for our program under the income guidelines of the reduced lunch program of the school system, which is a federal guideline.
When word gets out, when people hear this concept, volunteer teachers teaching kids who can't afford lessons, they understand it can be done. We also want them to understand it can't be done without financial support. It can't be done without the volunteers.
It's the best volunteer experience I've ever had. I can't think of a better way to give back to the community, to the kids in the community, than by sharing music. I'd love to see any of my students, go on to greater musical heights.
I don't know if there is a community anywhere in the country that wouldn't benefit from what we're doing.
The teachers, we don't have an attendance problem with our teachers, I'll put it that way. They look forward to coming every week and meeting with those kids.
The volunteer teachers, to me, they are stars. They are just amazing, the amount of energy and effort that they put into these kids and how much they care.
I've known a number of people that have taught there off and on, and I think that's a great aspect of what Joy of Music offers too, which is the opportunity for these great musicians in our community to interact with young people who are wanting to play instruments.
Princess is the grandmother of 2 children that are twins in our program, Dante and Bethany Faust.
Princess is a grandmother who was already retired and living on financial aid, government support. One day, her grandkids become her kids through really tragic circumstances.
They went to live with their grandmother. She was working so hard to find programs for these kids that would be really something that would help them move past this tragedy, and also to make sure that they will develop as children educationally. And so she's an amazing person.
I took them in 2002 when my daughter died. It's 7 years I've had them now. When I was going to the grandparents, one of the ladies down there, Miss White, she said, does the kids play music? I said, no, but I said, I always wanted to play. And she told me about Joy of Music, and everything. So I said, I'm going down there and see if I can't get them in it.
Her energy is amazing. Her devotion, it's just evident in everything she does. When she talks about the kids, Dante and Bethany, she is so proud of them. She is interested in what they're doing. She is informed about what they're doing. She keeps herself informed about what those kids are up to.
I'm proud of them. They do real good.
She believes and understands the power of a music education.
Dante and Bethany have a very positive attitude, and they are so polite and well-behaved.
They've learned to respect, and they're more quieter and everything, and they've got a more interest in things.
She knows the value of your weekly lesson, the practice that you have to do. You have to record your practice hours, show up to your lesson on time, be polite, thank your teacher for your lesson every time.
I love to watch them play the piano and the guitar, and I love to watch them to do it together. All the time, Dante wants me to come in there, or else if I'm in the back my bedroom doing something, he'll bring his guitar and sit on the bed and play for me. Bethany can't hear her piano, but she says, Grandma, come in here and listen to me now, you know. And I love that too. And I believe that Bethany will really be a teacher and maybe a player and a singer too. I think the Joy of Music is one of the greatest schools that we know of, and I think if everybody had an opportunity to come down there, they would love the Joy of Music.
I'm really proud of her, what she's overcome, and she's never said this, but I'm quite sure her goal is for those kids never to hit a speed bump. And though they hit the biggest speed bump a kid could hit, you know, she's making it happen.
I think what Joy of Music does is so important for the community. Teaching children how to play a musical instrument has so much impact on their lives and their development.
We are working to raise the level of the program and to provide more opportunities for the children.
I think it would be inspiring beyond belief to see one of our kids be handed a Grammy Award and say, I got my start at the Joy Music School in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Here's how you can help. Volunteer to teach a weekly music lesson. Donate money to support our programs. Donate an instrument or music.
The Joy of Music School. Change a child's life.